Frustrated commuters across the country may welcome tech titan Elon Musk's latest big disruptive idea. How about this? Underground tunnels to be...
Tunnel found in CEO Brian Thompson's home brings a twist to the case. During an investigation at the mansion of Brian Thompson, CEO of United Healthcare, police discovered a hidden tunnel that could change...
Tunnels under Hollywood.
Okay. Garden area and employees led us to underground tunnels.
We were put on cars, drove to a certain point, bar. I seen
tunnels. We were put on cars, drove to a certain point, bar.
Los Angeles Times, from their databases, January 29th, 1934. Lizard People's Catacomb City Hunted. It basically says this engineer did find tunnels underneath the ground of LA. It looks like they have it all mapped out. This is at Fort Moore Hill. This place has been under the governance of multiple different groups of people, beginning with the Mormons. A group of U.S. military worked with the Mormons and Brigham Young.
Uncomfortable truths. Originally designed to support urban growth, these passageways became secret smuggling routes for crime and corruption. However, the tunnels have taken on new life over the decades, hiding stories that few dare to tell.
Garden area and employees led us to underground tunnels. We had to take an elevator and stairs. We had to be led. There is no way that you can just walk into a tunnel. The entrances and the exits are in your face, but there's no way that you can just walk through tunnels. You'll get stuck. You'll go deeper and deeper, and you won't be able to come back out because it's hard, because the tunnels run all different directions for miles and miles and miles and miles. So if you go down the wrong one, you'll get stuck, and it's confusing to turn back around and get back to where you're going. So you have to be led in and out. I think people assume that when you get underground, it's just this dirt and you keep going deeper and there's more dirt and then there's cages of children. No, that's not how it works. There's cities underground, there's warehouses underground, there's actual homes underground. People build these tunnels and they've built them for decades. There's a lot of elite celebrities. They go down there for parties.
Allie Carter is not lying. When that baby said that there's tunnels under elementary, middle, and high schools, she not lying. We used to skip in the tunnels in my school, and it's crazy because only a select few people knew about it, and if you went down there without the right person, you would get lost forever.
We had to be led. There is no way that you can just walk into a tunnel.
So there was an entryway through the basement, and I don't know who found it first, but it was like only the people who could keep a secret knew about it. So we were skipping in the tunnels, and it just so happened that my brother and his dummy friends were down there, and they like the tunnels come up in different parts of the city. Like
these little chutes are all throughout the tunnels, and who knows what the heck they throw down there. Don't even know where it goes to. This was a section of the tunnel which looks like old blood splatter, which was very unsettling, to say the least.
I don't know, I hear some angry people down here. We're getting into some deep water now. Keep going, keep going! Keep going, bro! Why are you stopping? Keep going! I'm not putting my foot down in this deep-ass water. I hope this tunnel pops out on the other side. Bro, why are there so much kid stuff down here? There should be no kid stuff down here. Imagine being a kid down here. Oh my god. I want to go fast, but I don't want to catch up to that guy up there. He's yelling. Dude, what do I do? Do I pass him? Do I pass them or do I just stay behind them? Dude, that's a gaming chair in there. There's a whole house in there. Somebody's living in it. This is one of those be careful what you wish for moments. It's like all I wanted was to find one of these, and now I'm here and I'm like, get me out, please. I wonder if we can get out this way.
There's cities underground, there's warehouses underground, there's actual homes underground. People build these tunnels and they've built them for decades. There's a lot of elite celebrities. They go down there for parties underneath the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, California. I was there for a cock party. We walked through the museum, through the garden area, and employees led us to underground tunnels. We had to take an elevator and stairs. We had to be led. There is no way that you can just walk into a tunnel. The entrances and the exits are in your face, but there's no way that you can just walk through tunnels. You'll get stuck. You'll go deeper and deeper, and you won't be able to come back out because it's hard, because the tunnels run all different directions for miles and miles and miles and miles. So if you go down the wrong one, you'll get stuck, and it's confusing to turn back around and get back to where you're going. So you have to be led in and out.
Right now, there are 131 active deep underground military bases in the United States. There's 1,477 of them worldwide. Each one has an average cost of $17 to $19 billion. Each one is built in the site of, it used to be, it'd take a year to 2 years to build each one. And now they're capable of building a couple of them a year with sophisticated methods. My colleague, Al Bielig, has actually been on some of the high-speed railways, magneto-leviton trains that connect all the deep underground military bases within the United States. He's been on a Mach 2 train and floats off with a single rail and a 3/4 of an inch off the rail. And there's what we call high-tech. We have nothing like this on the surface. Groom Lake is where the infamous Area 51, S4, S2, the CIA base, was originally a bombing range, a nuclear test site. It was later become the most secret base in the United States. It employs over 18,000 workers who work in shifts of 12 hours at a whack. Most of them work in cover of darkness, like us. We built out 9 underground military bases there, each with an average capacity capable of basically a city underground, roughly 4¼ cubic miles hollowed out underground. They have boring machines, for instance. They don't bore, they literally vitrify and melt the rock, deflagrate the rock. It's a very sophisticated laser melting and deflagrating system. Reduces the rock to a powder and then melts the remaining rock as a coating on the inside of the base, so you don't have to use gunite cements and other kinds of things like that. That's all old hat now. Technology is just basically, the new technology we get is the old hat of the military. Anyway, after we drilled all 4 holes, it was about 2 days to drill all 4 of them. And when you build an underground base, you drill 4 basic holes, and you build, called stopes or cross-member holes across, and you use blasting equipment, special blasting equipment by the analyzation of the rock formation. And you literally blast out or tunnel out or deflagrate or melt rock out to build the large rooms that are required for this underground base. I was involved in building another base inside of Dulce, New Mexico, which is Los Alamos Laboratory. It's a biological laboratory. On the southwest part of the Archuleta Mesa, we built an underground facility, a better part of 3 cubic miles hollowed out underground. Then to the southwest of that, we were in the process of the early stages of building. We drilled 4 large tunnel-like holes. Some of them ran 2.5 miles under the surface. Number of the original wells or drilling machines that were used were at the rate of 2 miles a day. Area 51 is only one base, one of the 131 bases. Of these 131 bases, I call Area 51 a mega base. It's got more than one base in it. Tonopah Test Range, Area 51, S2, S4, Groom Lake, and a host of others. Now, these mega bases are gobbling up our gross national product. Right now we're spending 28% of the gross national product on building underground bases solely. That doesn't count for the defense budget. That doesn't count for the spare parts budget. It doesn't count for any of that at all. And the black budget is dead wrong. It sidesteps the United States Congress and its Constitution of its people and says you're a bunch of morons, you don't need to know. Well, a need-to-know basis is an executive order written during the Eisenhower era right after the created 1954 treaty and is treasonous and illegal in this country and should be overturned and abolished.
They've been keeping this from you. This is the underground city that was found beneath Los Angeles by a man named Warren Shufelt. It was discovered using a device he invented to detect underground tunnels and caverns. Shufelt mapped out a network of passageways stretching for miles beneath the city. And here is where it gets crazy. His maps indicated a central chamber filled with gold and advanced artifacts. Shufelt said that upon analysis of the artifacts and the scriptures found within the passageways, they all pointed to a lost continent named Lemuria. Despite his groundbreaking findings, city officials abruptly shut down his excavation. They officially claimed that the tunnels were old subway lines. But this is where they messed up. The Los Angeles subway system didn't begin operation until 1990, over 70 years after Schufelt's discovery. So what subway lines were they referring to? Some speculate that they were referring to an ancient civilization that had access to a subway-like system. Some have even gone further to say that the city officials had knowledge from the future. They knew that Los Angeles would eventually have a running subway system in the years to come. Therefore, it would be the perfect cover-up, perfectly concealing its true origins.
Yup, they're watching us right now. And if you see this on the ground, it's a warning that you and your child need to run immediately. People were terrified after LA was set on red alert after a man exposed that he had been working in a Starbucks located in a secret underground tunnel that is used by the top 1%ers to allow them to go anywhere much faster and avoid traffic, with access and exit points near major places like LAX, Dodger Stadium, and more. With even a report from the LA Times saying that a man named Warren Shufelt created a radio x-ray that was able to uncover a series of elaborate tunnels in downtown LA in the exact same location, just like what the former Starbucks employee mentioned. And these tunnels are being uncovered as we speak throughout the country. It gets creepier as people even mention noticing these eerie entrances lately under middle schools and high schools, and in these same schools that are reporting missing children. Known as the Actor Von Tunnel, however, as interesting as this could be, tunnels used like this would be very unlikely.
There's a whole life down there. There's whole cities down there. There's every means of transportation, including through the water. That's what's in the link that everybody keeps asking about. It wasn't a secret. I just felt like it was too dangerous to post. It's true. And it was true. Because now it's been proven that people are coming after us and there's too many things that just don't add up, just like usual. This has been going on for a very long time, and I know it's been going on way before I was even a thought of. This is something that's been going on for decades.